Welcome to the course of 0 to 100 wall-mounted gas boiler. Hi guys, I am Morteza Musavi, an entrepreneur from Iran. One of my interests is to combine technical jobs with 3D technology and train people to be most efficient. So far, I have trained more than 5,000 people in Iran, and more than 99% of them were able to enter the job market and earn very high income. In this course, we will start from the most basic concepts of repairs and move towards specialized concepts. So it doesn't matter if you already done repairs or not. By observing and practicing this course, you will able to compete with a service worker with 30 years of work and easily repair all wall-mounted gas boiler in the world. First of all, let's review the contents of the course. Since the word wall-mounted gas boiler is too long, in this course we use the word boiler instead. Therefore, wherever you hear the word boiler in this course, we mean the same wall-mounted gas boiler. In the first chapter of this course, we start with single heat exchanger boiler because it is the basis of boiler repair work. We will also review the types of boiler in terms of heat exchanger, fan or fanless, so that people who are new in this profession can get to know all the concepts well. Then we will examine how water circulates in the circuit of single heat exchanger boiler, so that you can get a very deep understanding of boiler repairs in a completely principled way. In the next lessons, parts will be added to the circuit, step by step, to explain the reasons of the presence of each part in the circuit, the correct location of the part in the circuit, and problems in case of missing or damaged part in the circuit. After finishing the chapter on the basic concepts of boiler repairs, we will enter the very important chapter of repairs, that is part analysis. Note that boiler repairs will include 99% knowledge and just 1% practical work. Therefore, you can become a repair master when you become a professional in basic concepts. In the words of my good teacher, Mr. Kevin Trudeau, become a basic master. In the part analysis chapter using 3D technology, we teach all the parts one by one. The parts are cut, how the parts work with 3D technology is taught, and the sign of health or damage of each part are taught. Pay attention. The combination of part analysis chapter and performance system chapter, which means 99% repairs. Repairs are 99% knowledge and 1% assembly and disassembly of parts. So, be very diligent in learning the first two chapters. The third chapter is related to the troubleshooting of the wall-mounted gas boiler with single heat exchanger. Be careful. All the defects of single heat exchanger boiler are common with two heat exchanger boiler. So, use your maximum power in learning the basics. In this chapter, we will examine all the problems that may arise for the boiler and teach the methods of solving the problem step by step. For example, a customer calls you and say that while taking a bath, the water constantly fluctuates in temperature. Or The customer calls and say that in the summer season, when using the spa, the radiators inside the house get hot and the bath water is not at the right temperature. Of course, this problem mostly occurs in boilers with two heat exchangers. And it is one of the rare but insidious defects in single heat exchanger boilers. The fourth chapter of this course is related to the assembly and disassembly of parts in a correct and principled way. How to disassemble the parts, service them, descale the heat exchanger, and etc. will be fully taught in this chapter. Also, an Italian single heat exchanger boiler model named Calda Venezia will be fully serviced. All its parts will be opened and washed, and the full service process of a single exchanger boiler will be taught to you in reality. Maybe you are one of the good people of Italy. Calda Venezia is one of the export wall-mounted gas boiler of Italy to Iran, which is sold by Butane company in Iran. It has very simple but extremely powerful mechanism. Among the advantages of this boiler, we can mention to ease of assembly and disassembly of parts, very low damage, and high efficiency. Our next chapter will be related to the boilers of two heat exchangers. In this chapter, we will start again from the basic concepts of two heat exchanger boiler, and at each stage, one part will be added to the circuit. And the reason for the presence of each part in the circuit, the problems that arise in the absence or failure of the part in the system will be taught step by step. And we will have all the chapter that we had in the single heat exchanger boiler for the two exchanger boilers. So, let's not waste more time and go to the first lesson of this course.